as the days go on forever. There's no place for time when you're young. Can't find the words, but we know how we feel. Could we stay longer here in the summer? In the summer. I hope the summer never ends. Oh no.
sky, out to the stars. Believe what you find, no matter where you are. You can go on and make this world a better one. Days come and gone, feeling undone, shattered and torn. How will we belong again? We stand in line and we amend for a better time.
I just know that I have to believe all that I see, all that I see. I woke up in a different place than I left when I closed my eyes, and this feeling I can't explain, that this day would make me alive. I just know, 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 all I see is you. 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 dream. There are so many things that I have left unsaid. I'd rather be with you instead. Just be with you instead. Just be with you instead. Just
Awesome to the max. Alright, it's Mark, and it's time to start our live show. Okay, I think everything is pretty much set up here. Let me get rid of this and put it in the monitor. And okay, there we are. Okay, so last week we worked on this character here, and he is, let's see, what did I call him? I can't remember. It's like Gumby something. But anyway, I've actually reverted him back from this part of the design where at the end of the show what I did is I changed him from this to this. And Ron Call said he didn't like that, and I kind of agreed with him, so I switched it back. So that's this guy. And what else? So this week we've got these characters that I'm working on right now. And this is going to be a main character. Let me close this. Okay. There we go. Trying to get everything squared away here. Okay, so this is going to be one of the main characters, and this woman here is going to be the title of the film that I've got so far is called The Decision. And she's the one that decides the fate of the other female character that lives in the other part of the land, I guess. And this little kid here is somewhat of the hero of the film, and he's kind of an unassuming little guy. And so. Hey, Randy. Got 7 viewers. What's going on, everybody? So, yeah, so this is pretty much what she looks like, and I just kind of sketched this up before the show and tried to make sure the scale was kind of matching this other guy here, just for simplicity's sake. And let me see here. So, one of the things with Krita that I noticed is that they seem to have like a layout preset thing for anybody out there that's wondering. Let me see if I can. Alright, make sure that's on my screen. Looks like the chat's not lined up properly. That's weird. Alright, well anyway. So they've got this little like pull down thing on the side. Move this over. The top corner, and you can like select these little presets, and it changes everything on your screen. And so I thought I would try that out, and was pretty surprised that everything I needed popped up on the screen in the proper place. So makes it easier for me, and you guys can kind of see also what I'm doing on the side with all these brush selections here. So anyways, so I kind of just rough sketched them in, and I used this shade of blue for that. I'm going to create another layer, and I'm going to select black and see how it looks. Looks pretty good. Size is a little bit too big. Let me see something if I switch between here and here. Yeah, it's silly. Let me see, I think it's shift. Yeah. If you hold down shift, you can change your brush size. I forget, I think, who was it that told me last week that that was the shortcut? So let's see, I'm going to zoom in. And oops. A straight line there. And maybe make that smaller. Let's see. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over everything with black, like this, and then I can erase the blue stuff later on if I want to. Back to this. And then I mean, I probably could have just went with black, you know, like sketch it like I did last time. I thought I'd try something different. This is just kind of like one of those techniques that like Disney artists used to use when they would do animation, because they can just kind of, you know, be more loose in their sort of brush strokes, and then go over everything with black pencil, you know, where they wanted to make everything permanent. Let's see, I think about here. Make this smaller. There we go. So it's really great, you know, if you do character designs in Krita, just pressing Control and Z at the same time, you can undo stuff. So I can, you know, sketch over here, you know, like, oh, does that look good? Nope, I don't like that. Control Z and boop, it's gone. So that's one of the great things about programs like this, is that you can really save time. Traditional drawing, of course, which I actually did draw these in, you know, a traditional way before I did this, and you know, it takes more time to erase, and so if you're doing a film, sometimes digital is the better way to go. Something strange here about this thing. Let's see. Yeah, this brush is not really that great. What was the brush that I used the last time? Is it the pencil? Yeah, well, it probably was. Because I noticed that when the other brush is pressure sensitive because it's got paint bristles, I guess. So they try to emulate an actual paintbrush. And it's making my lines thicker if I press harder, so I don't really want that. This is better. Alright, so I'm going to color her eyeballs in. So I'm holding shift to make my brush a bit bigger. Make these eyes the way I want them. Bill Cosby, oh. So what are you saying here? You were trash talking another stream for fun and this girl outdid you? Oh man. That's too bad. Oh, brush size is too small. Yeah, Randy did some pretty funny animation. If you guys are interested. My wife is calling me. Wonder what she wants. She knows I do a live show on Wednesdays. Alright, so get some little hand details here. Oh. You know, I'm used to in Photoshop having a little box where it's like a smaller picture of what you're doing, and then there's a box that you can drag your view angle around. And that is not in Krita. So I like instinctively go to this, corner of the screen and, oh, it's not there. Oops. That's one of the things I like about Photoshop is that little box. And there's like a percentage where you can resize everything. And Krita, it's not as convenient because you got these like bars at the bottom to move everything. And then, it's just your mouse or your Wacom tablet, you gotta like move it further around to do everything, and not as good as Photoshop. I'm sure one day they'll improve that though. It does seem less buggy since the last update. Alright, so we got some little boobs going on here. And alright, so she's pretty simple. She's a pretty simple character. I think she looks pretty good. Nothing really too extravagant or detailed, but let's see. So now her kid, who's the hero, one of the heroes, I guess. Oops. In the story, basically this character, you're going to be seeing the world through his eyes, which he's a more innocent kid, and of course when you're grown up you kind of get stuck in different ways of thinking. So he is going to have like a neutral aspect on the events that happen in the film. And so I've got the other kids that I designed, and they're going to be younger. And after looking at them, I'm thinking I might actually change these designs slightly. I'm not really caring for this, like their bellies. I think their bellies need to be changed from that kind of sticking out to like, chop that off right there. And I might do something with this kid's hair, like something completely different. I think being bald is not really that great. It is in terms of saving time, but I don't like it. So we might revisit them before I move forward. What's going on here? I selected the brush again. Wrong one, Mark. Hey, radio guy, what's going on? Ah, okay, I need to backtrack. So, last one in the house swap set. Yep, I'm here. It's hard for me to focus on... Oh, Krita just had a hiccup there. To focus on the chat and sketching at the same time. If I'm looking at the chat, I think my characters would be really weird looking. So this one here, when I was sketching him before with the blue, I couldn't get his proportions quite right. And I think that these are pretty good. I think the curvature of his body here is pretty good now. I might just give him like little feet inside of his pajamas or whatever he's wearing. Let's see. I can maybe give him a bib or something like that. Well, kids always have bibs. And considering that they're always eating apples, that's part of the story. They eat apples. And so he might just have a bib for this, because that's what they always do. Not really sure if I should give him a design on his bib or anything like that. Oops. You know, like, does he have you know, like an apple design on there or something? I could, but I think it might be distracting. You know, I think maybe just a simple design. Something like that. The button. So it's kind of like his mother here. Let's see. And his mother, maybe she could have like some kind of. She might like to wear makeup, right? So maybe I can give her some kind of weird blush feature. I just don't want her face to get too detailed. You know, I don't want to make it really a nightmare to animate, you know, because each replacement face that I make for her, I'll have to reproduce those details. So in my mind, I'm thinking right now, you know, it would be kind of funny to have some really stupid looking makeup on there. Like blatantly stupid looking, but, you know, because it would be funny, but if I do that, it'd be really hard for me to emulate on each face. Or would it? I have to think about that now. Here. Let me go to the... Where's my other character? Let me get the... Where's my color selector? Here it is. Where is she? There she is. Okay. And properties, color. I'm just gonna rename this layer because every time I want to switch back to the color layer, I know what it is. Lines, color. There we go. Now, going to, well, what am I doing? Erasing? Yes, I am. Okay. Let's color her face in. Huh. Well, I'm not deleting your messages, radio guy. Maybe you're using words that YouTube is automatically deleting. I don't know what you're saying, but that could be why. Unless you're deleting your own messages. Was it a link? Yeah, that might be why. Oh. Every time I scroll, I get this line. Right. Stray lines. I have to say I really like Krita though. I like the way that it looks. I mean, the way that it... Just the... I don't know. Kind of has a natural sort of look to the way everything comes out. In terms of, well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not 100%, but... See, now it's acting up on me here. sometimes if I get close to the side, my mouse just like, you guys can't see it, but my mouse disappears and pops over, does some weird thing on the edge there. That's alright. Like I always say, you get what you pay for. So, do this. So the question of, am I gonna like have some very strange blush on her face? I don't know. And what color am I gonna paint her up? Thinking maybe here, like my other character, I will go with some sort of like a lighter shade here. And one of the things I want to kind of do with these characters, and the reason why I sketched them together, because they are separate characters, but it's mother and son, and so I want the audience to know that they're related. So what I want to do is I want to try to get like the color scheme kind of similar. So I'm gonna, for his bib here, I'm gonna go with the same color as his mother's. I don't know what you want to call that around her neck, but that design there. Come on, Krita. So same colors. You know, that's one of the things that you might want to keep in mind in your own films is people recognize patterns when they see them, so you want to try and use that to your advantage in storytelling, you know. Let's go with black for his eyeballs. Alright, well, see what that looks like. Not too bad. Looking kind of stern. And this woman here is, she's gonna convey different emotions. So I had to think about, you know, her eyebrows and all of this has to be animated. And I think the benefit of having thicker eyebrows, you know, kind of like I did with this guy here, is that I can put those on a separate layer of glass above her head on my setup. Let me see now. I'm gonna probably make these two characters have brown hair. Now let me see. Where's? No, I don't want to save that. Was it this one? Was it? Yeah. Okay. So, the red color that I use for her dress, I don't want it to match this guy here, right? So I don't want to select the same color. I want something different. I'm going to go with the brighter red. And let me see. So go back here. Let's see what that looks like. Oop. Too much there. And she's a main character, and I want her to stick out, and so I do want to go with a brighter red than the other character, who's more muted. And you know, essentially, if you ever watch any films out there, or enough films, you'll see that muted characters are usually secondary characters, you know. And again, you know, most films, or even if you like get a comic book and you open it up and you have like someone like I don't know, maybe Superman or somebody, and he's beating up a horde of creatures or something like that. You know, just whatever the storyline is, where there's a bunch of secondary characters and a main character. They always try to, you know, stage everything where the main character, you can tell that, you know, you can tell they're a main character, basically. They'll go with brighter colors. The lighting will be a bit, you know, more concentrated on them, almost like there's a spotlight. And so for that reason alone, you know, like this character, like I say, is going to be making the pivotal decision in the film and acting upon the wishes of a political figure. And then, you know, realizing later on that that decision, you know, wasn't really one that came from her, you know, her heart. It came from being influenced by, you know, a crowd of people who were buying into some kind of, you know, like politicians try to scare you and stuff, you know. So that's kind of what it's about. Kind of liking this color. I think this will be pretty nice if I can match this in clay, which I can, but I'm gonna have to probably it's gonna take a while because the general red color is really vivid with Van Aken clay. I'm gonna be using Van Aken. I don't know if I'm gonna use Puppet Putty on this, which I could use. I'm trying to think. I don't have any red though. But Don Carlson, his Puppet Putty is really good, and we sell it, so I have, you know, access to that before most people do. So I can kind of, if I want to, I can pick out colors for myself. But I don't know if I want to use it simply because I think the red color is too muted, and Van Aken has got some really vivid colors. So now let me go back to this character. So I'm going to select his hair color, and I don't want to have the same brown color. I want to have a different color. I think, should I go darker or brighter? Let me see. I'm thinking darker. Darker is good. Maybe really dark. Like this. So like I say, I'm trying to differentiate between the characters and make sure that they all look a bit different. So I got my Gumby tribute, this guy, and she's definitely, you know, gonna stick out. If I compare them, Krita. It's not quite working here. Alright, now I'm gonna do this and see what it looks like. I always had the Control Z button, which is the undo button. Hey Adam, welcome back. Alright, make this bigger. For being a pencil, the edge is soft when you make this big. I wonder if there's like a different, where is this like? That's like you press and nothing happens. Go with the paintbrush. That's the one. Okay. The other thing about Photoshop, if you use it, if you click on for example, like a left corner here, and then press shift and then click somewhere else, it'll create a straight line in between those points, and Krita doesn't have that. I guess they have a way to draw lines. I could probably use one of these. Let's see. Yeah. So they have like an actual line tool that does that. So I can make these kind of straight edges and stuff. Yeah, I don't really like that though. I'm gonna go back to my paintbrush. Huh, I guess it uses the attributes of the last selected brush. Uses the same attributes. Alright. So I'm still learning this. I mean, Krita is... It's pretty intricate. It's really good. Alright, so get her hair kind of sketched in here. And now I need to figure out how I'm going to do the texture in her hair as well. I won't have to replace the hair, but I'll have to have like a side, kind of like a side view. And so that will have to be figured out later. But I think for tonight, I'm just going to go with getting the design to look nice from the front. So now the kid, of course, wearing the same kind of clothes, and being that he's the son, is going to have the same hair, right? Same color hair as his mother. So I'm going to go in here and just kind of fill all this in. Make my brush smaller. This is going to be his hair. I don't know why I need to say that, but... No, it's actually, these are his hands. I swear it's his hands, I tell you. Alright, so that's pretty good. So, simple design, and, alright, zoom out here. Zoom. So she's got like a flower in her hair, and I think I'll go with some sort of yellow color. Now the other character, the woman that in the film has skin that's the same kind of yellowish color. So if you're philosophical, you could look into it and say, oh, there's a meaning why that's the same color. But actually, there's no meaning. Why is there a stray line on this kid's face here? What happened there? Oh. Alright, go back. That always happens whenever I use this slider here. It seems to give me stray lines. I will zoom in and... Oh, another straight line. Alright. So I'm not shading these in yet. I'm just kind of trying to find the right colors. That'll work. And red lipstick. And what color red? Should I go with the same as her clothing? Let's see what it looks like. Oops. Yeah, that didn't work. I think for simplicity's sake again, I'm gonna just go with that color. So Beard is saying it's called the Bezier curve tool. Ah, okay. Vector layer. That would probably be nice if you're doing some kind of illustration or something. Like a like line art type of thing. So let's see here. Oh, I know. So her eyebrows are going to be bushy, and I think the same brown color as well. Oh, yeah. It's not very pretty, but, you know, that's okay. She doesn't need to be beautiful. Just needs to tell the story. So what color am I going to do her little necklace thing here? That's the next thing. So I don't want her to have green. I don't want her to look like she's a Christmas ornament, so... Go with orange. Because, you know, it would complement her skin. What color orange? Maybe... Let's see. What's this look like? Kind of a sherbet orange color. That'll be okay, I think. Thinking these will be like little dots, you know, like little clay dots that just kind of separate the white and the red. Maybe for her cheeks, same color. I don't know, I keep thinking that would be kind of a good thing, you know, to give her that maybe she likes makeup because she's not attractive. So she really lays it on thick. And what about her shoes? So I don't want her to look like Santa Claus, of course, so I don't want to give her black shoes, I don't think. And also, I wonder, let me see. Well, go with the eraser. Go to the line layer. I need to fix this. This isn't right. Black. Scale down. Okay. So my instincts are saying to go with white, like what's around her neck, but I don't think that'll be nice because, like I say, too much like a Christmassy theme if I do that. But what color to use? Well, green, maybe like turquoise. What does this color look like here? Let me see something. This might look pretty good around her neck too. Do this. Let me just see what that looks like. I got my wrong layer selected there, but so yeah, now let me try it in a darker color here. Yeah. See, again, I don't know if that's too Christmassy or... Much like a Christmas character. And maybe like yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. No. Yeah, it's hard to just, you know, figure out what would be a good color. Let me do something real quick. Well, light red is pink, technically. So Hoserloo says these characters look Asian, and they're supposed to. They can be whatever you want. And Adam says, yeah, Puppet Putty. Well, I don't know. Puppet Putty is pretty cool because it doesn't stick to your fingers. Let's see, blue. Yeah, I don't know. I can go with brown, but I don't want to make it look like the other characters either. Brown color. Nope. Alright, let's erase that. This is Krita. Krita is the software. It's really good. It's a good program if you like to sketch really quickly. You know, it works good. All right, so I think I'm just gonna go with the orange color. You can't fail with orange. So I want it to really stick out. And it doesn't look like Christmas colors. It's kind of got like a monochromatic sort of scheme going on. And the shoes, maybe I could go with yellow again. So I'm gonna let me select the flower. What? That's not the right color. Can't be. Unless it's just a trick of my eyeballs. Oh, that looks right now. An illusion. No, I'm gonna go with her hair color. That's more balanced. Yeah, this character does look kind of Asian. Looks a little bit like my wife. She might think I'm doing this on purpose. She'll be mad at me, like, why does she look like me? Because my wife's got a kind of like a round face. But I guess all emojis have round faces anyway, so. Honey, what is the meaning of this? Okay, so we got our characters designed pretty much, and so now we need to shade everything. And I think I'll start with the skin tones and work on that first. So I'm going to go with a lighter shade. So let's see here. Janet says, I love design. One background character from Disney movie. Show you, Mark? Well, you can, but I need to sketch. But if you want to send me on Facebook, feel free. Alright, so I'm going to go over this, these cheeks. Actually, oh, where's my line tool? Here it is. The eyes. I want to clean these eyes up. Let me erase them. Both black. That's better. Okay. Back to this and select the color. Go back to the brush. Use a, let's go with darker this time. Use a darker color. And let's do these dark parts here. Whoop. I gotta be careful because I don't want her to look like she has a 5 o'clock shadow going on here. And I need to select my color layer too, so. Because it's a girl. At least we think it is. Maybe there's a plot twist in my movie. Alright. So, yep. Kind of give her some shading here a little bit. And then I guess a lighter shade. I don't think I need to really shade her up too much because she's fairly simple. I don't want to give her like a lot of details. I want her to be kind of smooth and a round figure. So maybe just some really subtle curves when I actually sculpt her, as opposed to the other characters that, like this guy here, has got a lot of detail. So does he. I want to kind of avoid the detail stuff with her. There we go. That's pretty good. That's good enough. Now the hair. Actually, let me do the same to the kid while I have the color selected already. And give him some light here, light parts. So really all this stuff that I'm doing now is not that important, you know. It's like the design itself is the important part. So for example, like I know that I want to go with orange. And so I'm going to make sure that his little button is the same as his mom. Go back to the hair, and so I'm going to make some adjustments there and make some of the darker areas. Now the mother is going to be, let's see, Gonna need some dark under the feather. That's actually too dark, so let me go lighter. That's better. Alright. So, let's go. Ooh, that's not nice. What am I using to do stop motion? I'm using Dragon Frame. Oh, that's my client calling me now. First it's my wife, now it's my client. What does he want? Does nobody know that I have a live show? That's how unpopular I am. Nobody knows. That's why they're all calling me. Because they don't know. Oh, I know why. Because Ron Cole. I think Ron Cole didn't tell anybody that I have a live show. He didn't get the word out. Which actually, I'm not sure where he is tonight. I know Ron's always working on so many projects. So, let's see. Thinking for the hair texture, what am I gonna do? Maybe like this. Krita just moved my cursor over again. It's gonna kind of. Is it gonna be like parted in the middle, or actually maybe bangs like this? Maybe she's got like bangs this way. Yeah, that's good like that. So, I don't really care how much, how this looks so much. But when I sculpt it, I want to kind of know which direction to put the texture. I think that's a good direction. I think if I started out from the center and go out this way, it just wouldn't look right, so. And the kid, I'm going to give him just a little bit of dark details here. Maybe a little bit on the bottom, a little darker there. Yeah, something like this. I think that's alright. So I got 7 more minutes. Can I get it done in 7 minutes? I will try. So now for, well, let's go with this first. Let me see. Nope, I don't want to do that. You guys can't see, but I'm using a color selector to the side here, and I'm just kind of moving it around. Let me see what that looks like. Can't put it all on the screen for you guys to see, but there we go. Something like that. And then for the, go back. There you go. And the kid's gonna have, maybe some I think I need a vacation. Just work on this for like, a month. Alright, that's pretty good. So I'm going to go put this back and select a lighter color now. And just kind of, I don't know. Something like this. that's okay. I know what I want to do sculpting wise with this, so I'm not really too worried about shading it perfectly, but that'll work. Now for the clothing, let's go with darker. How many main characters? There's the king, there's this woman, there's the other woman, and the kids are basically they are the main characters. Everybody else is kind of just a secondary character. So there's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, like 4 secondary characters, I guess. 4 secondary characters, and they're the main characters. I think that looks pretty good. That's a nice shade of darker red. So one of the things also, like I mentioned before, I want this character to be brighter than the other characters, but the red has to have a muted value to it. We don't want it to be so bright that the camera... Whoa, what are you doing, Krita? Just changed my color there. Oh my god. Yeah, if I get close to the right edge there, my mouse cursor jumps over and clicks on things. I have to reselect that color. There. See if this works. There we go. Can I go under here? So, if I use pure white, for example, around her neck, it would just be too harsh. See if I can get the opacity like this. What does that do? There we go. Take the opacity down and just kind of go over everything with my darker color and shade it up. Looks like 2 eyes, a nose, like a sleeping ball or something. Alright, so and for the kid. I like doing this, but I think doing it only once per hour, once a week per hour, or an hour per week. My brain's not working. I should do it more often to really learn this program, because I think if I just learned some of the basic brush settings, I could do a lot better job. Be a little bit more efficient. It's one of the things, if you don't do something a lot, it takes longer to do. Alright, so let's look at this here. Darn it. Okay, so I'm gonna make another layer under here. What's this one? This is that was that one. Okay, so this, click this, and darker. Make sure I got the right layer. Yep, okay. So, give them a little bit of shading underneath. Change my opacity a little bit. And voila. Alright. So I guess one last thing I want to do is just highlight the hair just a little bit, because that's going to bug me if I don't do that. So even though it's 9 o'clock, I'm still gonna do it properly. Oh, I didn't shade that flower either. That's the last thing. All right. I thought I could do it in exactly 1 hour, but I can't. Oops. Select this layer. Make sure my opacity is a bit higher. Yeah, and if I spent a lot more time on these, you know, then if I had more time to spend on them. Ah, Krita, what are you doing? Krita likes to jump all over the place like that for some reason. These could look better, but I'm gonna spend most of my time using the clay and just, you know, making that look really good. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, I need to also do these. Yeah, let's go over like, you know, 10-15 minutes here and just kind of fix all this up first. Let's see, this color. Brighter. All right. Yeah, so just a few more weeks and we'll get started on the actual, you know, sculpting and molding. I've got some silicone for casting these and making multiple copies, and you know, that's going to be fun. The design part is fun, but if I had a choice, I'd probably have somebody else do the designs and I would sculpt them. You know, I'm kind of a sculpting fan, I guess you could say. And it's weird that, you know, if you're not as good at something, it's like not as enjoyable. Like when you want it to really look good and you're just like, you just want to pull your hair out like, why doesn't this work? Why doesn't it look the way I want? Usually it's because you don't really know what you want. That's one of my problems, is I have a hard time like visualizing two-dimensional stuff before I draw it, you know. I can't see it in my mind. But when I sculpt, I can see exactly what it should look like. Which I don't understand how that works, but alright, so oh, no wonder, because my opacity is down, that's why. Alright, so we got some like little flowery thing here. I don't know if I like that though. What will it do? Let's see. Yeah. Alright, that's alright. That'll work for now. Yeah, I think that does it all. So we got the like frilly stuff highlighted. We got the shoes. No, I was missing something. So anyway, hopefully you guys are not bored to tears, but Next week we're gonna probably work on, let's see, we've got one more character. Let me see, how many more characters? We've got one more side character, secondary character, and also there's one character that is gonna be next to the king, who's gonna have like a telescope kind of thing, and he's gonna be looking at what's going on, and the king gets really mad. So maybe I can explain that in the next episode, why he gets all angry, which I probably already told you guys, but capacity. Okay. So anyways, that does it for tonight's show. I'm going to save this and call this one done for now. So we got our two main characters here knocked out really quick. So if you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, if you guys aren't watching live, feel free to leave comments, and I guess I'll see y'all next week. See you later.